that's working. Okay. I think that'll work. Hello, Alina. How are you? Good to see you. I think we're all okay adjustment-wise. Hi, Patternova Cry. Oh my goodness, how are you? Good to see you. Wow. Hi, Rowan. How are you, dear? Hi, Emmy. Hi, Trent. Oh, it's so good to see everyone. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Hi, Ann. Oh my gosh. All you people on so quickly. Let me know if you can hear and see me okay. If everything looks good. Oh, I forgot to have the fan on. I was like, something's not right. I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty dang good. Getting some stuff done. So that's always great. Staying out of the crazy. Getting Halloween stuff situated. So that's always good. Thanks, Rowan. Awesome. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna hopefully do trick-or-treaters this year. So that's the plan. Masked and all. I don't care. I'm doing it this year. Get all of the wipes out. Oh, thank you, Emmy. Thank you. Hi, Liberius. Good to see you. I know, right? Target, at least here, they just recently started putting out a little bit of their Halloween stuff. So I'm gonna hold back a little bit. I've already went a little too crazy at Spirit Halloween. I got things that I didn't need. I did not look for the Hocus Pocus Squishmallows yet. I'm trying to be good. However, there's always room for more Hocus Pocus stuff in my life. Thank you, Zilu.com. I swear I have never come across a more diverse range of funky, fun glasses. Like I still need to sign up for their affiliate program. Hi, the Nook. Oh, welcome. Yay. I'm excited. Everybody on a Wednesday, right? This is Wednesday? Whew, goodness sake. So, hi, if you're new here, my name is Natasha. It's fantastic to have you here. What we're going to do is let everyone kind of filter in and have fun for a little bit, chit chat, and then on the hour, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Dark Goddess Tarot. We're going to unbox it together, see what we think, and then hang out for a little bit. I don't want to spend too long on here tonight just because I've got so much going on, so much still to catch up on, and it is hot. My air is fine, AC is still fine. However, it's like been 100 and plus degrees here in California, so being up at the second story is not fun. It's kind of stifling. So, that is how it goes. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Absolutely. Hi, Bonnie. Nice to see you. Wow. Yay, all people I recognize. This is so great. Oh, yay. And also, I do have coming soon, within this week, my office tour will be up. So that's exciting. Then I'm going to be hopefully filming some like a Halloween decor video. I'm kind of waiting to put the Halloween decorations out because it's been hot, like I said. So it's been fun trying to hopefully get up in time before the heat rises, and it never does. So, or it never fails. So that's going to be coming soon. Also, the second channel is still out there. I need to put more content on it. I just got in the mail the unofficial Hocus Pocus cookbook. So went through some of the recipes, and there's a couple that I really want to try. So I'll be filming that. That'll probably be on the second channel. So stay tuned for that. As well as my TikTok, I'll probably have some fun videos over there with that book as well. But for this specific channel, I will be doing like more of a witchy kitchen type vibe with kitchen witchery, as far as like baking pies for the season, maybe some soups with correspondences and that sort of a thing for the Halloween season. So stay tuned for all of that. A lot in the works. I've still got a lot of decks to catch up on, and a lot of other videos that I'm still trying to catch up on too. So 'tis the season for all sorts of wonderfully spooky things, and September is the start of it for me for this channel. So yay, all of that stuff out of the way. Oh, gotta mention the Patreon. So if you're itching for more content from me, Patreon's where to go get it. That's where all of the videos go first. And then there's other rewards and stuff like that depending on the tiers at Patreon. And then I do have merch available as well for everybody. So yay, self-promotion. Hello, Decor Creations. That's a really cool name. Oh, no, so my AC went out like so many times during the summer, but I do have it now. It's working now. Praise the gods. Hi, Jake. Hi, Loner Wolf. Beloved Crystals. Hi. Nice to see you. Hi, Jamie. Oh, I'm excited too. Have you heard of the Cosmos Oracle? I have not. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. Oh, same. The low carb witchy food. I need to do low cal witchy food. It's it's very hard to find. I love comfort food, so anything like starchy, carby, and potatoey, I'm right there. So yeah, it's it's hard to find all of the fun witchy foods that are healthy, so to speak. Oh, I am doing well, thank you. Hi, Karen. Yes, always good to have an AC. What Halloween faves am I ready to whip out? All of the movies. I've been itching to start watching my my movies, and then all of the fun Disney Plus stuff. So like, you know, Halloween Town, and then all of the other fun stuff like Twitches. It's nostalgia for me to like sit and just watch all of these fun movies. Sleepy Hollow is a big one for me that I watch every year. Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, The Craft, Hocus Pocus, obviously that gets played all the time, and Nightmare Before Christmas. I was like, what's the other one? So those I'm excited for. I'm excited just to like get all of my Halloween decor out and around me 24/7. I found if you guys have a Walmart near you, I suggest you go. There is the most adorable ghost pillow. I made a TikTok about it because I had to. It is the cutest thing. It was like $5.95. Go and get yourself a ghost pillow. I think there's a black cat one too, but the ghost one for me was like, oh, so precious. It's my new favorite obsession. Do no sugar, no artificial sweetener. Ooh. Ooh, my favorite Halloween decks. Hi, Transcending Together. Nice to see you. The Halloween Tarot. Where did it go? This one right here. This is my favorite one. It brings back all of the nostalgia with all of the imagery. I just love it. It's so fun, and it's not like very intimidating or scary or anything like that. It's just good all around fun, and it's, you know, easy to interpret. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith. I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you remember the double toy? Oh my gosh, the Olsen twins. I do. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, that's a trip. That's a trip. I forgot about that. Pumpkin, yummy food, and I have to limit myself. Yeah. The pumpkin spice game is really strong right now in my world. I'm definitely haunting my local coffee shops for anything pumpkin spice right now. There's a few things. Our closest Starbucks actually ran out of the pumpkin spice mix or whatever, so that was very disappointing. They got sold out of it real fast. Um, and then I think Dutch Brothers has like a pumpkin cold brew that's really good. So yeah, my caffeine game is really strong right now. So if I'm a little over energetic, that's why I've been having a lot of caffeine. Oh, I have my Halloween stuff all year long. Yeah, pretty much here too in the office. That's where I have a lot of mine. Pumpkin rolls are my fave. Ooh, Jamie, that sounds so good. That new apple pie drink from Starbucks. Oh, I tried that. So my husband took one sip of it and said, no. And I'm like, it's pretty good. Not my favorite, but like it was decent. That caramel macchiato with the apple, it's a little bit different. It's not for everybody, but it was pretty good considering I was unsure about it. But when I ordered it, they were all out of the pumpkin and their blenders were broken. So I was like, okay, I'll have that one then. I'll try that. I'm already here. Give me my caffeine. Remember in Double Toil and Trouble when the lady was in the car and her hair, and did her hair in black matte? Oh my gosh, yes. Wow, unlocking some memories here. Target, you can get little pumpkin latte packages. Ooh. Thank you. So, y'all need to follow me on TikTok because I post on there a lot now. Unfortunately for me and for most people. But I found, so there was this machine tool that went viral that everyone was talking about. It's an oval brush, like a round brush, but it's a machine. So it's basically, or I shouldn't say machine. It's like a blow dryer, but a round brush. And so you basically use it one and done. And life changer. I tried it out today and oh my God. So this is all just from that brush. The volume, the flippity flips, everything was from that dang brush, and I'm sold. As a cosmetologist, I really looked at that and thought, no, this is not going to work. This is a gimmick. No, it works. It definitely works. So I'm sold. It takes you a hot minute to like finesse with it and like get in the groove, but totally worth it. All you have to do is add your choice of milk and warm it up. Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that. I have a coffee maker, or I should say we. We have a coffee maker, and it does like iced. It does, you can make it a rich, strong drink or whatever. The only thing it doesn't do is like espresso, but you know, you can brew whatever you want. You make it rich or make it over ice, whatnot. So we do that. I don't need more espresso, but yeah, I'm excited to try any other version that I can add pumpkin spice into my life. I feel like a lot of people hate it now or hate on the people that are obsessed with it, but y'all know there's so many protection spices in there, so like we're actually doing ourselves a favor when we're drinking it, okay? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is getting long. I definitely need to cut off the dead ends, for sure. Oh, good luck. Have fun. Thanks, Emmy. I'll see you later. The coffee machine is the Ninja brand. They sell it at Target. Oh, yay. Yeah, Starbucks needs to hurry up and get on it. Yeah, coffee may or may not be like my life. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of pricey. It's not as pricey as getting like an espresso maker, but in my opinion, it's worth it because we're not always going out and getting Starbucks, only on special occasions or when we're already out and about. But I drink so much coffee anyway that it's just worth it to make a big old pot and have the option for iced, because I can't drink hot coffee all year long, and I tend to babysit it more than iced coffee. Like iced coffee, I drink it right away, and then the warm coffee, I'm too impatient. I need it right when I wake up, so if it's too hot, I'm going to be in a bad mood if I can't drink it. All right, so I think it's that time where we start the unboxing. Okay, let me get my little area organized here. Okay, so we are taking a look at the Dark Goddess Tarot. Pull back a little bit here. So this is written, I think illustrated as well. I couldn't find like if there was a separate illustrator, so correct me if I'm wrong, but Ellen Lorenzi-Prince. And this was a requested deck, and forgive me, I can't remember who requested it, so I do apologize. But this retails for $34.99, and it is published by Red Feather, I believe. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Yeah, Red Feather. Okay, so the back says, dark as in deep, dark as in kept in shadow, dark as in real, as in blood, sweat, and tears, and dark as the body of the Queen of Heaven. Rich in myth and magic, the Dark Goddess Tarot brings the reader messages from 78 powerful supernatural female figures from nearly every culture around the globe. They can be shunned or overlooked as they represent aspects of life that people find uncomfortable, sometimes only when those powers are in female hands. Powers of age and death, sex and sovereignty, ferocity and judgment. The Dark Goddess Tarot invokes these beings. Their wisdom may guide us through the darkness they traverse. Their stories, their likes, and their cultures appear in the tarot, where their energies and the cards' meanings intersect. Visionary in scope, yet grounded in scholarship, the Dark Goddess Tarot is made for dark times, encouraging the reader to embrace authenticity, strength, and deep inner wisdom. So, let's take a look. It is magnetized, which I love. It is a little bit bigger of a package, but that's okay because it looks like we got a decent size guidebook. So I'll show you what the inside looks like. Kind of see the pattern there. Trent, you did request it. Okay, I remember now. Yay! Iced coffee makes me feel awake. Warm or hot makes me relax and sleepy. Ooh, I get that a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So let's just take a look real fast at the guidebook just to see if there's any pertinent information before we look at the cards, which, by the way, they look really interesting. Okay. It is color in here too, by the way. Woohoo. Alrighty. Oh, it gives us a list of what the card is and then the goddess. That's exciting. Alrighty. Goddess or mythical figure appears on each card. The structure is traditional, although several cards are renamed. Okay, and then the suits are named after 4 magical elements: fire, water, air, and earth. Goddesses in each suit are based upon an affinity to the element as well as the meaning of the card. The titles of the court cards are changed to labels of fearsome female power. So an Amazon would be a page, a siren is a knight, a witch is a queen, and a hag is a king. So that is interesting in and of itself. Okay, I'm just going to read you this little blurb here. The Amazon is fierce and independent. The siren's power is her sexuality. The witch is a practitioner of magic, and the hag walks with death. Reversals are not used in this deck. The goddesses may speak in gentle or demanding voices whenever they appear, in secretive or obvious tones. It is more respectful that they stand upright while delivering their messages. Ooh, I got chills with that one. If a card comes up reverse, observe if the position allows you to see something different in the image itself. Otherwise, turn it around. Though I engaged in this work with as wise a spirit as I could muster, my knowledge and experience are limited. I apologize if anyone feels a goddess is misused. I mean no disrespect. The assignment of a goddess to a particular number or suit is not an indicator of her importance, but of an alignment I perceived between her being and the structure of tarot. Okay. All right, so then it goes in with the cards, and then we'll take a little bit more of a deeper look at the guidebook after the flip through, see how it's read. All right, let me get the little wrapper here off. Here we go. All right. Oh, I need another little, there we go. Use a package. Okay, there's the back, and it does look like it's a little glossy. Oh, thank you. But for single pulls, yeah, I could imagine this would be great for goddess work. Okay, and there are foiled gold edges, gilded, foiled, I don't know what the correct word is, but I'm loving this imagery already. This is pretty awesome. So hopefully, I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit so I don't have to strain my arm. All right, let's talk about, okay, oh, they're sticking, sorry. Let's talk about the cardstock real fast. I'm trying to be delicate. So usually when there are foiled edges like this, don't be alarmed if they start sticking because it's just the foiling. You just have to kind of be gentle with pulling them apart. It's not a flaw with the deck. It's just sometimes the heat and how long it's stored can make a difference. So it's flexible. It's not a terrible cardstock, but it does look like it's pretty malleable. It's not terrible. It's not the worst I've seen. It's not the best I've seen. I'm kind of just like neutral with it. All right, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see and it's not too blown out. There we go. I do like the black borders. I feel like it contains the image pretty well. Oh my goodness. Dang it. There we go. Now stay that way. Light. I'm pretty sure most of these I'm not going to know very well. There we go. The Morrigan. Interesting. You're going to have to just be patient with my peeling. Oh, we have Freya. Interesting. I'm really excited about what the guidebook has to say about these. Okay, light, please work with me. There we go. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mimosa. Nice to see you, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Come on. Please just work with me. There we go. Baba Yaga gets me every time whenever I see imagery of her. I don't hate it so far. Ooh. This was an updated version of the deck. The deck before didn't have a border. Oh, really? Ooh. It's always interesting to see the decks that have been around for a while and to see whether they've been updated or they're still the same. Ooh, Bridget. Okay. There we go. And then some of them, yes, are a little bit of a different name down there, but it still makes sense. Hi, Rick. Oh, yay. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Spider Woman. I'm just trying not to rip them. Hopefully you guys can read what that says. I cannot read very great reversed, so. And this light is driving me crazy. Oh, Mimosa, you're so fun. Yeah, I need to definitely work out a plan of attack for a deck. I have too many interests I should make my own Hocus Pocus deck. Oh, this is interesting. I love this. The Persephone. Wow. This is quite fun. And I say that in the most respectful way because I know we're dealing with goddess imagery here. Okay. Ooh, and it's not just symbols so far. Yes. Well, the author did say it's 78 goddesses. Pay attention, Natasha, when you read. It might work out in your favor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, from different cultures. Oh, a practical magic deck would be fantastic. Oh my gosh. That's one to unpack though. Oh, I think maybe that would be a really good oracle deck. Like a really good self-care maybe oracle deck. That movie is very deep. Lots of different emotions go along with that movie. There we go. Can we just stay in this focus? That would be amazing. Ooh, that's so fun. Midnight margaritas, yes. I'm quite upset that I forgot to bring my wine up here. But I'm already caffeinated enough, so, you know, we don't need any more craziness from me. I like how the author, I'm assuming it's she, Ellen, really is respectful of the imagery as well as, you know, we're not doing reversals. That was a really cool thing to see, that, you know, they are to be respected. And that, you know, she admits, you know, she didn't mean any disrespect for putting them at a different number. That's really cool. Oh my gosh, Pele? Wow. That's really cool. There we go. Ooh, okay. Every time I see a rooster in those colors, I just think of Hey Hey from Moana. And I swear to God, that, like, I relate to that character so much. Always talking, squawking, and, like, afraid of everything. Yeah, that sounds about right. I like the different art styles depending on the goddess. That's pretty interesting, too, to see. Ooh, that's so neat. So I had like no idea what to expect when I did order this. And this, like I said, has been around for a hot minute. And it wasn't something that I was like drawn to. And since it was requested, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I'm pleasantly surprised is what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say. Okay, come on. Okay, cards. I don't want to break you, but there we go. It's very interesting. This, however, the sticking is very frustrating. I will give it a pass because I know it's not the deck's fault. However, I'm just a little frustrated because I know myself and I will probably rip one of these cards by the end of the film. End of the video. End of the film. You know, we're just We're gonna go with my verbiage tonight. This is so interesting. Lady of the Lake, what? Wow. There's so many different ones here. I recognize that name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to horribly mispronounce it, but I recognize it. Mayan, yes? Ooh, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch deck. You know, I don't know. I haven't looked for it through Etsy. I'm super surprised about all of the different decks that I've seen on Etsy. The book is something else of real spiritual value oriented to the development of your feminine energy. Ooh, I like that idea here. I like everything about this deck so far. Oh, yeah, DM me about that, Liberius, because I'm totally about that right now. That sounds amazing. No, it is satisfying hearing the peeling of the cards. Yeah, for sure. Hey, hey. Yes. Hey, hey, I love. Hi, Lourdes. Nice to see you. Ooh, Rogue. I love me some Rogue from X-Men. I will take that compliment. Thank you. My goodness. Mine was at a metaphysical shop and I couldn't reach it, so I didn't get it, but I couldn't get it out of my head, so jokingly asked my friend to get it for me and she did. Aw, cute. That's sweet. You gotta have a good friend like that. I just saw my friend this weekend and we went shopping together at a Disney store. It was very nice. Apparently, Disney stores are closing out. Like, they're not going to be a thing anymore, and I'm quite upset about it. This is gorgeous, by the way. Ooh. Hi, Ethan. Nice to see you. Speaking of the satisfying with the peeling of the cards, anybody else, like, enjoy vacuuming, but like only when you hear the actual sucking up of the stuff? I just feel like that should have been talked about real fast. Yeah, so that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put all of the Disney stores in the middle of Targets now, kind of like a they're just doing that instead of having a brick and mortar store and then online, which I understand, but at the same time, like, there was a magic about going to the Disney store, and then they started doing the keys to open the store in the morning that like a guest child could like go open up the key. It just, the magic is going to be gone. There's a lot of things going on in the Disney realm that I'm pretty upset about, and I'm getting salty. But I understand, but at the same time, really? Not okay with it all. But, you know, sign of the times. Oh, that's Lilith. Oh my. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I recognize Oya. Yeah. Gaia, oh. Ooh. Love that. She is such an interesting one to read about, Hell. The air cards are your favorite? Yes, the vacuum ASMR. If we do readings, can I have a pull? Yes, absolutely. We'll do a little bit of the readings after this is done. We'll pull a card from the deck. How about that? Anybody else feel like Siren should be in page position and Amazon should be knight, or is it just me? I can understand that. Hi, Yanni Lee. Good to see you. We're almost done with this. Some of them are easy to separate. Other ones like this are just gonna frustrate me. Oh gosh, I'm like peeling back the coating. No! Just separate, you dork. Wiggle it around a bit. Maybe it'll come loose. As you can see, I'm very irritated right now. It's like glued to it. Well, shoot. The cuss words want to come out. That's not okay. Hold on. Oh, yes. Now we got some bent corners. You're going to know exactly which card that is when you pull it. All right. Well, that's okay. Dang it. Ooh, that's really cool. I don't know why, but this reminds me, maybe it's because of how the eyes are illustrated, but you guys remember in the very original Clash of the Titans, that clockwork owl? Like, it's probably really disrespectful, but I see the owl and I put the two and two together. It was like a mechanical owl that would follow the main character around. Anyway, she reminds me of that. I'm sorry. That was probably really disrespectful, but I really loved that owl. And I was really upset they did a redo, a remake of it, and I don't believe they included it. Anyway, now I feel old. Oh, yay, Artemis! Yay! That's interesting. Ooh, focus, do your thing. There we go. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm impressed with the imagery. I'm impressed with the range of goddesses, for sure. The only thing that I'm going to complain about is something that's completely out of the author's control, and it's the dang sticking together. All right, and there's the last one. And then what we'll do now is we'll tilt you down, we'll shuffle, see how that works, and then pull a card, read from the guidebook, and then we'll discuss what we think. All right, don't get seasick. Okay. There we go. It's a little bit thicker than I thought. I'm going to say I'm not a big fan of the shuffling just yet, but I think once we work with it a little bit more, it'll be a little bit easier. There we go, yeah. Starting to get there a little bit better. It's not terrible. Is it my favorite? No, but it does the trick. It does it. It shuffles. It's just allowing that coating to kind of work through the shuffling a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. I typically shuffle this way more anyway, so we're okay. Okay, let's pull a card. Grab a card. There we go. You ask and you shall receive. Okay, so we're going to take a look at 10 of Air, so 10 of Swords, and that is a name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. I'm going to lift you back up so don't get sick. Okay. Stay. All right. Aaron, yes? I think that's how you say it. Ooh, do they have pronunciations? That would be fantastic. All right, so this is what the book looks like inside here. We also have when the card appears. All right, so I'm going to read the whole thing. So the Araignées, I'm going to just say it that way, the strong ones, are commonly known as the Furies. Clad in the short skirts, boots, and skins of a huntress and with serpents in their hair, the Greek goddesses of vengeance and retribution are usually found at work in the underworld applying the scourge. It is their sacred duty to punish the souls of the damned. Oh, at other times, the Araignées may be called forth to the upper world to inflict disease, suffering, and reason-destroying madness upon an evildoer. Well, that's just hitting too close to home for me right now. An Orphic hymn speaks of them thus, quote, "Revenge and sorrows dire to you belong, hidden a savage vest, severe and strong," unquote. Born of the blood of castrated Uranus, the usurped father god, the Araignées avenge crimes against the natural order. These include disrespect of the gods, violation of law of hospitality, and most especially the unalives and offenses against the laws of kinship and the sanctity of family. A victim of a crime who seeks justice can call down the curse of the Araignées upon the perpetrator, though if one would do so, one had best be free of such misconduct oneself. Some say the wrath of the Furies may be placated by ritual purification and specific atonements. Others say the goddesses cannot be stopped by tears, pleading, or sacrifice once their righteous anger is aroused. Yet, one may hope to avert their gaze from minor infractions with offerings of black sheep, white doves, or narcissus flowers. The Araignées pursue the matricide Orestes, driving him mad, but are called off by Olympian decree. Rightly livid, decrying the betrayal of the younger gods, they are supposedly consoled and their fury redirected by Athena's promises of sacrifices and honor. They are given a new name, the Eumenides, the kindly ones, in the hope that their rage will be appeased. So that's a lot of information about the goddess that you're pulling for, which is awesome considering it gives you a taste of knowledge of the goddess whilst you're reading the tarot, so you get an understanding there of why that was picked. So that's helpful if you're not well versed in that particular goddess, so I appreciate that. So then it says, when Araignées appear, whether deserved or not, hard times are at hand. Now you know the worst. Get up and get along as best as you can, perhaps trying a different road as you do. Beseech the gods or surrender to fate. A power greater than you can direct or control is in play in the situation. It is possible that a power greater than you may set you free or give you strength. Purify yourself, expose yourself to a hard wind, and let it whip away your regrets. Pare yourself down to the bone to start anew. If you have done something wrong, apologize. Make restitution if possible. If someone has done you wrong, either let it go or set yourself free, or set yourself upon a path of righteous vengeance, one that punishes the wicked, not the innocent. So, completely different, in my opinion, than what I was expecting. I'm really excited to actually start using this a lot more, to be quite honest, because it does give you a lot of information about the goddess. I'm looking real fast. There are. Yay. This is what I was looking for. So spreads. So we do have some spreads here, which is always fun, especially when it's a new author that you're not particularly familiar with, to kind of get to know the way that they work within their own deck. That's always fun. So we have Substance and Shadow, which are 2 cards. The What, Why, and How, which are 3. And then the Goddess Be With You, which is 5. And then that's it. We do have a summary. And then the author's personal journey. So there's a lot of info in here, which I was not really expecting this much. However, If you're a beginner, this might not be the best deck for you. It might be a great deck to use kind of like as flashcards for goddesses. That might be a way of working with it. But as someone has already pointed out, it's a good card to like pull for a goddess a day, for a daily pull. But yeah, I would stay a little bit more, how do I want to put this? Work brain. If you're a beginner and want to use this deck, if you feel called to this deck, just have other resources next to you whilst you're learning the deck to help you kind of like get through with more meanings to kind of help you go along with other traditional meanings of the deck. But I think this is great. I like the different art styles. I like that there's 78 different goddesses. It seems to work with the traditional meanings. And so this would be a great little like goddess learning deck, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Oh, you had a random stain on your favorite card? Oh, thank you. Aw. You are so welcome. Harry Hamlin, Clash of the Titans, the best. Oh, Boo-Bo, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really don't mind them at all. I think the most frustrating thing is separating them when you first get it, and then you have to work with them a little bit because of that coating and the foil. So you kind of have the odds against you when you first start using them. They do have a thicker feel when you have the whole deck in your hand, which is surprising because the cards themselves aren't that thick of a cardstock. So it kind of reminds me of the Modern Witch Tarot, where it looks a lot thicker than you would expect the cardstock to be. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything negative to say other than that. But yeah, definitely have more resources available to you if you feel uncomfortable with just whatever's written there. But yeah, I think it's definitely a fun, different, well researched as far as a little bit of that info goes for each goddess, which is fantastic. I think this also gives everybody a little bit of insight into different cultures' goddesses. However, I'm just going to throw this in here. If it is a closed practice, please do not try to work with the deities. Please do not try to do anything other than respect from afar. Does that make sense? Just have to specify that I am no way endorsing closed practice appropriation. So learn, but if it's closed practice, don't appropriate. So yeah, do we want to pull from this deck and see how it reads? I don't know how it'll work since I haven't really obviously worked with it, but we can try. We can pull a card for each one and then read from the guidebook. Just the little message, not the whole thing. Oh, good, Trent. Yay. Since you're the one that requested them, I'm glad you liked them. Yeah, that's awesome. And then over there in the corner are all the decks that I still have to film. Oh, all of them. And there's still more on my other shelf too. And, and I'm excited. So the Jack-o'-lantern tarot is supposed to be here on Friday. So hopefully I'll have that up too. So that's going to be a new release and I'm excited about that because fall, yay. And then what else is coming? I have, there's an Astral Realm Oracle. That's a crystal deck that I just got today. So hopefully that video will be up soon. Lots of decks coming. I pre-ordered a lot, guys. It's ridiculous. And then the Harry Potter Tarot is on its way. Probably won't get here for a hot minute. Yeah, I ordered a lot. I went to I maxed out my limit, right? The Intuitive Night Goddess is coming at the end of the month. And then something else too. No, that's next month, I think. The Sugar Skull Tarot, I ordered that one because I know there's going to be a lot of interest in that, especially with Dia de los Muertos. I can't pronounce English, let alone me trying to pronounce another language, so I do apologize. So yeah, lots coming, lots in store. I'm excited, especially for more of the pop culture-y kind of decks. That looks fun. There's a macabre tarot, which looks interesting. Also, Cosmopolitan, the magazine, put out a tarot deck. I didn't pre-order it, but like that's coming out, which is very interesting. They're doing a lot more esoteric stuff over on their website. I went and checked it out. There's like tarot card pulls for the week, and then there's a daily one. It's just insane. Like, I'm excited that it's becoming more mainstream, but at the same time I'm like, I did not expect that from Cosmo. So that was interesting. Yeah. Anyway, me on a tangent. I use this deck on the new moon and reflect on those cards for a month. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Halloween is definitely the #1 holiday in my world. Good morning. Oh, yay, Jan. Oh, enjoy. I love those two so much. The Everyday Witch Tarot is like my #1 go-to for anything and everything. I absolutely love it. Just say Day of the Dead. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to be respectful because, again, it's you know, it's a respect thing. Like, if I can try to say it, I'm going to try to say it. Intuitive Night Goddess. Oh, yeah. You okay, so the thing with that one, I know it was already on Etsy and independently sold over there. However, that's been going on for quite some time. I wanted to see if this mass-produced one would differ in any way to the independent one. So if you guys already have the original, I'm going to call it, that way you guys can compare the two to see if anything's changed. El Dia de los Muertos. I'm awful. I used to be pretty good in Spanish too. I used to be able to speak enough to get me by, or to at least have like a little bit of a conversation. I can't do it now. I tried to relearn on, what was that? Duolingo. And then I fell off the bandwagon for that. I'm like, I don't need it right now. Then I never picked it back up again. Yeah, it's bad. I really want to be like multilinguistic, but my brain can only hold so much information in at one time. But I know where to ask for the bathroom, or how to ask for the bathroom, and I know how to ask where my pants went, so there's that. Anyway. Mimosa, do you want me to pull from this deck, or do you want me to pull from, I have the Crystal Unicorn deck here, because you're the one that asked first, so. Hey, you know, sometimes that's a very pertinent and valid question to ask. Sometimes you just need to know where your pants are. I'm so sorry. Anyway. I'm so sorry. I needed that laugh. Yes, restroom is a must for sure. I have to pee like every 5 seconds. Children. Oh, in regards to children. Oh, you know, I can try. I'm not going to use this deck then, because that's kind of like a very loaded question. So let's see here. Sometimes the Crystal Unicorn is just the go-to. And you know what? Let me go ahead and light some incense real fast. But yeah. And it might not tell me anything in regards to that, because there have been plenty of times where I've tried to get information on that, and Spirit just is like, no, you can't know. But again, it's with people that I knew. So it's kind of one of those things where, you know, the universe is going to either tell you that what you need to hear or what you can hear at the moment. So if basically what I'm saying is if it doesn't show me anything, then we're not to know at that moment. Okay. It might just give you advice too. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, well, we got 2 of Swords. That's interesting. Knight of Cups. Let's see if some... Oh. 4 of Swords. I have to ask, I don't know why it came to me, but since the 2 of Swords came up, is this like, is there any inaction on your part? Like, are you guys, I feel like this is such a personal question, so I do apologize, but I feel like there might be like an afraid part of you guys to try, but there's no amount of love lost in your guys' relationship about this. I feel like what I'm seeing here is there's the potential to come with that. I feel like it's all like there's a lot going on mentally as far as the worry goes, and maybe there's like a little bit of inaction on your guys' part. Kind of like, do we even bother trying? Do we even like want to tempt fate sort of thing? But with the 4 of Swords, I feel like a lot of it is just like relax, take a deep breath, like not to force anything, not to push anything, just kind of let it see what happens and see what progresses. The Knight of Cups is also like a proposal and an offer, so don't count it out. We've got Ace of Swords, which is clarity, new beginnings as well, and then we also have the Moon, which is a little bit of the unknown, a little bit not knowing, which is understandable. I'm trying to see if like we get like an Ace of Wands or the Empress here. But also with the Moon, it's like cutting through the BS and of the like illusions. Got the Magician, so that's saying that you have everything in your power to make it happen. Like you have, like, I'm basically what I'm saying is like I don't see anything physically wrong with going forward. 6 of Pentacles, this is like a balance, so a give and take. I just want to see real fast. I know we were going to say like one card, but like, okay, one other card came out and it was the 8 of Pentacles. So keep at it. Keep at it. If you're trying, keep at it. Keep moving forward. And it's always going to be, this is from what I've heard, because obviously I don't have kids and I've not been pregnant, nor have I tried. But from what I hear is the ones that are trying to get pregnant is always a difficult journey to begin with, because you guys are trying so hard, you want it to happen, that et cetera, et cetera. So it might take you a hot minute to get going and for everything to line up. But yeah, I feel like just keep going, keep working at it, but just allow yourself to like take a breather and get out of your head about it, because if it's meant to happen, it will happen. I do think that there's a huge potential for it to happen. It's just not telling me when, or like a strong yes. Like I said, if I got the Empress, then I would be like, yeah, like let's go, let's do it right now. But as far as I'm seeing here, I see there's a lot of like being in your head and needing to kind of like work past that. And it's okay if it doesn't happen right away. This Eight of Pentacles showing up is definitely a sign to be just keep going, keep working at it, because obviously something like that is a huge stressor. It's a huge a big deal in general. Like, you're creating life, like that's a huge thing. So I don't see anything negative other than, you know, being in your head about it. But keep going. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's not going to happen. That's what I'm getting. So hopefully that helps. Make sure you're getting a lot of rest too. Self-care, making sure, you know, you're healthy, because that's always going to benefit you guys in the long run too. So with the Four of Swords, it's just definitely like beating in my head, like self-care, taking time to get adequate sleep, making sure you're drinking your water, making sure if you need to go to the doctors for checkups or anything like that, go and do the legwork for that as well. So that's what I see. Hopefully that helps. And just know that it's going to take a hot minute, you know. It always seems like the couples that aren't trying, or not like consciously trying, get pregnant right away too. Always seems that way. Oh, you are so welcome. Yeah, stressing is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form with anything that you set out to do. Also, I don't know if this will help, but start manifesting it. Start, you know, being positive about every day, like waking up, like, I don't know, because I've not tried it, but like maybe if you wake up in the morning and you do your affirmations of like, I am fertile, I am healthy, you know, what belongs to me will find me, that sort of a thing. Look into affirmations and see what registers and what feels right to you to say, because that might be helpful too. Since you did get the Magician pulled, it might be one of those things to look into manifesting it too. Like, every little bit helps when you're trying to get pregnant, right? Like, you can take all the vitamins in the world, you can prepare as much as you can, but you have to be mentally ready for that too, and the spiritual side too. So I hope that helps. I hope I'm not overstepping bounds, because again, like I said, I know nothing about any of that. All I have experienced is by proxy. So I just know that it's a stressful time. Okay, I'm catching up on comments. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you for being sweet to her. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know that speaking of, someone said something about yes or no questions. I know that there's a way to do it with tarot. I typically don't like doing it with tarot, though. I find that if I'm going to ask a yes or no question, I typically use a pendulum for that. I feel like I get a better answer that way. But the way that I would do it with tarot is I would shuffle the deck, cut it, and then pull. And if I got an ace, then that was, I would pull 3 piles. So I would pull until I got an ace. And if it was over the number 13 cards pulled, then I would move on to the next pile. Pull, pull, pull until I got an ace. And then, or to 13 cards. And then the third pile. Same thing. So then if it's all aces, then it's an absolute yes. If it's 2 aces and 1 card that is not an ace, then I would say possibly yes, but then I would look to the last card pulled and see if that is a determining factor. And then if it's obviously more than, if it's 2 or more no aces, random cards, then it's a no. But I find that is a little hazy sometimes. I know there's other ways of doing it too with the different suits, what you pick with the suits, like swords are no. I think cups were a yes, and then wands were a yes. I can't remember, but that's the way that I learned how to do it. But again, it didn't feel as right to me because with tarot, it's not normally 4 yes or no questions. It's more introspective and open-ended questions because of the way that the structure is. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad. Good. The magician gave you hope. You are so welcome. Hopefully I can help, at least ease your mind a little bit. Like I said, I didn't feel anything negative with what came out. But yeah, you know, I do have to say there's something about when you're constantly stressing over, like you can physically make yourself sick by just constantly thinking about, what hypochondriac, is that what the terminology is, when you're all like, if you touch something and you're like, oh, I'm immediately going to get sick, or oh, it's flu season, I'm instantly going to get sick. If you keep thinking like that, you will get sick. I have experienced it. And then if you think the opposite, then the opposite is true too. You attract what you think. That's why I'm always like preaching, like, stop with the negative self-talk. It's very hard to do, and it's very easier said than done. However, if you find yourself talking negative about you, or if you have these negative thoughts, it's very beneficial for you then to recognize that it's happening and try to flip it around. I have definitely experienced this. I still experience this, but I have tried to flip it and manipulate it. Like, okay, I'm allowed to feel what I'm feeling. Like if I'm having a bad day, I'm allowed to feel it, but I cannot talk down about me. I cannot bring myself even into a further sad state or bad state of mind, because what I think I create, right? Like that's typically how manifestation goes, right? Now, again, there's lots of caveats. There's lots of different, ways of talking about this. And I don't want it to seem like this toxic positivity thing. But when you're trying to manifest something, you want it to be positive, right? You're not trying to manifest negative things. But that's kind of how it goes. Like if you're stressing about a job interview and you constantly stress about it and like, oh, I'm not going to nail it, I'm not going to do this, then you're in that negative state of mind and you go in and you blow it when you go in for the interview, right? So it's that perpetual way of thinking. You want to make sure you're constantly hyping yourself up to a degree, right? You want to make sure that you're thinking positive thoughts for what you want to get out of life, because nobody wants anything negative to happen. However, I'm not saying that everything happens for a reason. Because when you do say that, it completely negates like things that really should not have happened for a reason, right? Like there are things that nobody needs to learn that lesson for, that happen. So I used to say that, and then I got really thinking about it, and I'm like, now in this new mindset, like, no, everything kind of does happen for a reason, but not everything does. Like there are things that people go through that they knew the lesson. They didn't have to go through that in order to know that lesson. But everything, if you look at it as everything will turn out fine in that viewpoint, then it doesn't negate what you've experienced. It just helps you heal. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully this tangent was helpful. But yeah, I'm not here for toxic positivity. I understand that there's a lot that happens in the world, and a lot of it is unexplainable. However, when you're trying to bring stuff into your life, you want to have a more positive outlook about it. You want to be, it always helps to be happy about it, to be in a good state of mind at the time when you're trying to manifest, because like attracts like. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, it is a badass one. Yep. I love the magician. Yes, the moon is absolutely a symbol of fertility. And we got the moon too, right? Oh my God. Dude, divine feminine right there. I see, I love this. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, no, 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 no. You did not turn it too serious at all. We always talk about all of this crazy stuff. It's fine. And crazy, I mean, like, you know, the information just comes. It's fine. And then a lot of the times too, collectively, we're all, on the same wavelength, and we're all trying to, vibe together. So it's all good. We're sometimes life takes a serious tone, right? And it's okay. Everybody's fine. You're fine, Mimosa. Stop. I learned a trick. If you tell the deck what card yes for you and what card is a no, and go through the deck, and whatever cards come after tell you about your situation. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Oh, yay. Oh, hi, Ink and Flame. Welcome. Oh, Mimosa, you're welcome. Yeah, it's definitely a safe space here. And the mods know, they're fantastic mods. Rowan, she's like on it all the time. If there's anything, any effery going on in the comments, then they're on it. We had one mishap happen over this whole time that we've been live, and that was not by any of our community. So it is a safe space here. It will always be a safe space. Everybody is valid. So yeah, absolutely, 100%. I don't mess around with trolls or anybody telling anybody else how to live their life when it doesn't directly affect them. Boom. Hi, practicing human. Oh, yay. We are chit-chatting right now currently. Oh, that makes me feel so great, Mimosa. I'm glad. I think most things happen for a reason, but that's just the way I cope with things. Absolutely. If that's how you cope, absolutely valid. I came up with a system where half the cards are no and half are yes, with degrees of no and yes. That's perfect too. See, that's the great thing about like this community is we share information, we figure stuff out, and we just go with it. And that's awesome. I love it. There's a lot of misinformation around in the world, and I never claim to be an expert, and I never claim to gatekeep, but everything that I have told you, I've experienced personally. So that's all I can give you. The things that I have done are things that I have done personally. The info that I've given you is what I've researched personally. But again, I will always tell you, go and do your own research. In fact, there's a video coming. I have it scheduled for Sunday. I have it scheduled for Sunday. It's a ritual bath DIY tutorial. And I think I said do your own research about 50 times in a 10-minute video. So be prepared. Because the thing is, when you work with herbs, or if you work with something that you are going to use topically, you have to make sure you are not allergic to it. So if I can use it, it doesn't mean everybody else can, because of that purpose, right? So I am not the be all end all. What I do is just what I do. And if it doesn't work for you, you can use an alternative or do more research. But yeah, I think I said that about like 1,000,000 times in that video, just so that like nobody comes back for me, like being like, well, I used this and it gave me a reaction. It's like, I told you how many times in the video. Please don't sue me. I am not a doctor nor an herbologist. But yeah, it's one of those things where what works for me might not work for you. You might find an alternative that works better, and that's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm excited to do more of those type videos as well. Then there's a simmer pot video that I'll be doing too. Like I said, more cooking. I think a lot of the recipes that I'm going to be trying from cookbooks will be on my second channel. I want to do a cookie decorating video for Halloween too. I make really awesome sugar cookies, like not to pat my own back, but like I'm patting my own back. I'm not going to say I'm a very professional decorator, but they taste amazing. So I'll be doing that on my second channel, I think. I have this idea for making tarot cookies, like tarot card cookies. I doubt it'll work out the way that I want it to. And like people in my life are always laughing at me because like I see all of the imperfections and the ways that I've messed up and the things that like I would change but didn't have the time to change. And they're like, it's perfect. Like, why are you upset with it? I'm like, I don't like how it turned out. So be ready for that too. But with this channel, I think I'll be doing, like I said earlier, the more witchy type addition to the kitchen. So using the correspondences of the herbs and the spices, and maybe doing some sigil work. I don't typically work with sigils, but I'm willing to start learning on my end, working with it, and then doing that in the, like, for pie crusts and stuff like that. Oh, I had a thought and I lost it. But yeah, anywho, any requests for crafting, like witch crafting? I know we wanted to do a burn bowl. That'll be coming. I know we didn't do a September pick a card reading. September just creeped up on me. So I'll probably do just more pick a card readings in general for September. Hopefully, they just take so long to upload. The process is ridiculous. Drives me crazy. The longer the video, the longer the upload. So I think the last pick a card reading that I did was, oh God, it was August's pick a card reading. I'm so sorry, guys. It literally took half a day to upload. So it's ridiculous. And then it takes me a long time to film it. I'm trying to get better about like cutting down my talking, but there's a lot that like I need to say sometimes. So I'm trying to like be the best of both worlds for everybody. But again, you can always do the 1.5 speed on YouTube, or you can pause, or you can slow me down too, I think. So that's always an option too. I know a lot of people really like me word vomiting, so there's that as well. So I'm trying to balance it out and moderate it differently. So there's that. Again, tangents, do apologize. So sorry. Oh, my Halloween costume. Okay, so this year we are doing trick-or-treaters. So typically, yes, if we're doing a party in the before times, we would do a couple's costume. One year I repurposed a thrift store dress and made it into like a 20s style TARDIS from Doctor Who, and he was the Doctor Who. We've done Ariel and Prince Eric quite a lot. I made my own costume for that too. I like to make my own costumes. This is the first time in a few years actually that I've bought a store-bought costume, and I'm kind of upset with it just because like I know I could like make a decent one. However, we just kind of threw it together this year because we wanted to make the outdoor decor match the costumes that we were going to do. So obviously we're doing Hocus Pocus. So he's going as Billy, and then I'm going as Winifred, and then we're doing the porch, because the way that our house is on the outside, we have kind of like an enclosed porch, so it overhangs like this, so it's not exposed, but then it has the pillars around it. I don't know. And then in front there's a lawn with a big old tree. So we wanted to get decor that we can kind of repurpose every year to like do something different, and we're doing like the cemetery from Hocus Pocus, and then the porch will be enclosed with lights and that black kind of raggedy fabric, because we have to be outside with the candy because of our dogs, because every time that doorbell rings they're going crazy with the barking. So we found out that if we're outside with the bowl of candy, then they're easier to deal with. They know we're out there, they can hear us, so they're okay. It's just the constant alertness with being on alert for the dogs. They're just like, oof, no, too stressful. So we'll be out there doing that. There was a time before I set up the porch, like a seance type thing with the tarot cards from Spirit Halloween, and then I went as a fortune teller. And the kids didn't get it that were younger. They're like, "Who are you?" Like, I'm nobody, sweetheart. Just get your candy and move on. But yeah, we have a lot of great kids in the neighborhood. Nurse Joy! Oh my God, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. Yes. How long does it last before it goes bad? Honestly, I don't know how long the cleansing spray, because I do notice that, like, if it sits for a while, the little, like, herby stuff will settle in the bottom. I really don't know. I use it too often before it does go bad. So I don't know, just play around with it and see. I don't know. But yeah, be wary about like some of the sediment from the herbs that will kind of be in the cleansing spray. Sometimes you just gotta like shake it around a little bit because it's like it filters to the bottom. Because if you don't have a strainer that's like if you wanted to do it the best way, I think would be cheesecloth to strain it, which I didn't have any, to get all of that sediment and the herbal, flowery, whatever stuff out. That would probably work the best. A fine sieve. I didn't have one. And honestly, I use it just for personal reasons, so it doesn't really matter to me if like sediment's on the bottom. All that to say, I don't know how long it goes bad, and then maybe put a little bit of rubbing alcohol or a little bit of vodka in there just to kind of help with anything growing. Should it grow? I don't know. That's so awful of me to like give you instructions and then be like, I don't know. But like I honestly haven't I've used it quickly, so I don't really know. Where do you sign up tarot card cookies? I don't know if I can send cookies through the mail. I don't really know. Am I compressing the import? No, I'm not compressing. I just quick export, and then I use what is it? The Dark Magic? Is it Dark Magic editing software? And then I just quick export it. I'm still learning my way around all of that. And then even when I was compressing the extracted files, when I was using a different program, it was an app on my phone, it would take a while. So, and then my husband was like, well, maybe we can just like hook it up to the router. Like, you're asking me these things, expecting me to have an answer. I don't do technology. Technology hates me. Do I have any cozy or fun fall Halloween drink recipes to share? Actually, the Hocus Pocus cookbook that I just got has a lot of beverages in it, and there's alcoholic ones as well as non-alcoholic. And then there was another cookbook that I just got, and I couldn't tell you what it was. The Disneyland. I think that's the one that anywho, there's more drinks to come. I definitely will be doing drink videos too. I don't have a favorite fall one other than I made really good. It's on the tip of my tongue. It was hot toddy. I made a hot toddy last year. I couldn't tell you the recipe now. I found it on Pinterest, but that's more Christmassy. But I made one, and I was super surprised with how well it turned out. I've never made a hot toddy before in my life. I'm not really good with like cocktails, because when I do have a drink, it's usually like rum and like some form of soda. It's just, I'm so basic, but yeah, definitely we should do midnight margaritas. Maybe that'll be a live where we just have a live and we're making midnight margaritas together. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, absolutely, that has to happen too. Do you use wands in your practice? No. You know what? With my practice, it's very much like I don't really use anything. I would guess call myself more eclectic, but I don't really do much other than energy manipulation, and I use herbs, and then I smoke cleanse. I don't do a lot of, I don't have unnecessary accoutrements. So when I first started my practice, I thought I had to get like anything and everything they recommended. But then the more I started with the practice, the more I was like, no, this doesn't feel right to me. Like, an athame and a wand, but then like you have to have a cauldron, and then like you have to have like candles for specific candles for the four corners and all of this. And I was like, no. Like, first of all, at the time when I was practicing, I didn't have the ability to go out and get all that stuff. So I was like, all right, if I'm going to start my practice, I'm going to make everything handmade. So I found a stick on a wok that I like whittled a little bit and like kind of made my own. I still have it somewhere as a wand. And then I had like an old like is it a switchblade? A pocket knife that I was like, okay, if I need an athame, that's my athame. And then I have had random candles, and then I just started, vibing with that. But then the more I started doing, the more I realized that the tools that I need are just myself. So if you're new to starting out, in my experience, you don't need the expensive tools. You don't need the expensive accoutrements. Just do what feels right for you. You can do witchcraft with nothing but yourself, because in a sense, that's it. That's all you need. You just need your energy and your intention. That's all witchcraft is. But again, this is all my experience. If you feel the need that you do need a wand or you do need certain tools, absolutely go for it. But if you feel like you're going to go broke trying to find all of the different tools, don't. You can go to the local Dollar Tree, pick up some candles. You can get like other, you can use popsicle sticks for a wand if you need it. A wand is simply to help direct your energy. So if you're starting out, it's a good visualization to where you want to direct energy, but you can use your finger. You can use nothing at all. It's all intent and how you visualize, right? So again, Dollar Tree candles. You can use herbs from your spice cabinet. Dollar Tree sells herbs too. Like, you can become a budget witch. Like, you do not need all of this stuff. It's just aesthetic, really. I mean, as you are coming into your craft and journey through the years, you collect things and things become precious, and then you start incorporating them into your practice. Absolutely. But if you're starting out, you don't need any of it. You can use it, yes, but you don't need it. You don't need like a big old cauldron. You don't need, the all of the crystals right away. Like, let yourself enjoy just picking it out when you feel called to it. That's what I did. There were many times where I thought, oh, this could be something I could use in my practice. This is calling to me at this direct moment. And then they become precious. I have stuff from thrift stores that I use on my altar at all times. And it's just random things too. In fact, I just went to the thrift store, and there was this little shelving / cabinet. And I think it was like an older spice cabinet or spice rack, but it had two little pull-out drawers. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can refurbish this and use this as an essential oil little rack, because the one that I have now, I want to move the essential oils and put more of my flowers and stuff in jars and put it on that. So again, you can find the most amazing things in random places and use it. They do not need to be coming from the expensive witch store, metaphysical store that is selling you. No, I shouldn't. Let me rephrase that. there are huge markups in certain things and in certain shops. Otherwise, absolutely, like, there, go and get what you need. But what I'm saying is you do not need to spend an arm and a leg all at once. That's how I want to say it. Handbrake or other software first? Huh, I'll have to look into Handbrake. Yeah, I'm technologically challenged for sure. Yeah, so using wands, you can channel a little bit easier and use your visualization easier. That's kind of what I learned throughout the practice, and then I stopped using it because it just felt too, I would like almost dissociate with it. Like it didn't feel a part of me, if that made sense. It felt like something that was unnecessary. Rum and apple cider. Ooh. Yeah, tarot cards are essentially my tools as well. Yeah, I'm not good with Long Island iced teas. Like that one I used to drink in my 20s and I was like, yeah, this is great. Not anymore. I take one sip and I'm like, okay, now I need to go to bed. Yeah, the tarot and the oracle decks, absolutely. They're the things that I spend the money on. Absolutely, ink and flame. I feel like anything that we would need to connect to spirit would be available in nature. Everything else is bonus. Absolutely. I feel that way too. I mean, everybody's practice is different and everybody does different things and uses different things. But for me, I'm just more of energetic, I guess. I just kind of deal with the energy than, just the different tools. Do I like the aesthetic? Absolutely. Love it. I do have a mini cauldron that I use for like burning my bay leaves or my loose incense in that, but I don't really have, like, I'm looking over at my stuff and I don't really have anything that I would call like essential from like a metaphysical store or anything. I do love me a mortar and pestle though. If you have one of those that like grind your herbs up a little bit. So if you're dressing candles or if you're, just making your own incense, that's fantastic to use. I do have one of those. I'm not a big fan of it. It was a hand-me-down. A lot of my stuff is hand-me-down stuff that I'm repurposing, which I love it. I'm a thrifty witch. I will sit there and repurpose whatever I can. But yeah, my offering bowl is thrifted. My candles are they're the flameless that I use on my altar because there are times where I will light the candles and have like a card there for energy work, and I will want the candles to be on for like a weekend or like for a whole day or throughout the night. And fire safety 101, do not leave a flame unattended. So I do use flameless candles. I don't think that's sacrilegious at all. I think that's a necessary thing sometimes. Just like those chime candles that are really tiny, those are great too. Like you don't need a whole, like those saint glass tall candles. I don't have one near me. You don't need one of those for every spell that you work. However, there are spells that you light the candle for every day within the week, within 7 days or whatever, depending on what the spell you use. Those are great for that. But a lot of the times, if you are doing like a spell that requires a candle, those chime candles are great because you can sit there and meditate with the candle as it burns, but you're not going to be there all day. You're not going to have to worry about, I think it like at most burns for an hour, I think maybe. I don't think I've ever really tried to time it, but I use practically white candles for almost everything because you can use white just like a clear quartz. It's kind of like you can use it for anything and everything. But yeah, I think those are all my little tips that I'm trying to look at my space over there and see. It's like directly across from me. I do have a little cabinet that I thrifted and repurposed as my like accoutrement cabinet, so I have little trinkets in there that I use. But yeah, other than that, I don't think that there's anything absolutely that you need right away. Bye, Ink and Flame. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. But yeah, other than that, is there any other questions? Because I will get going, get you guys out of here. I feel like I've just, every time we get on a live, I'm like a huge tangent from where we started. You are so welcome, Liberius. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. I missed Saturday because it was my niece's birthday weekend, so spending time with her, my little baby. Gotta have family time. And hopefully everybody's happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Alrighty, well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm excited for this season. There's a lot coming. Kind of working my tail off, catching up with everything and putting new content out here for this season. I'm really excited though. I'm really happy. So stay tuned. All right, everyone. Mwah! Love you so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.